get ready to demo the system, and the first place I'm going to start is on the gas line. Since they didn't install a union, I'm going to have to go outside, turn off the tank, which is not a big deal, but if you did have to change the gas valve, you'd have to go outside, turn the tank off, come back inside, disconnect everything at that, starting at that flare. So what good is the cutoff valve? You know, just a simple question. So I am going to move the gas line up in here, maybe put the cutoff right here, and then branch off and go where I need to go from there. What good is a gas cock if there's no union there? Why even put it there? So anyway, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Power and plenums, and I've already got the unit pumped down, so I'll be able to cut the gas line, which is on the other side over there. When I install the new coil, all the connections will be on this side. So if I do have to change the coil, it'll be easy to get to. Alright, so I crawled back here to where the return came through the floor. You can see what I did there. Here's my 12. See, there's not a lot of room there, so I just did what I had to do. So there's my 12 that was existing. Here's my new 10-inch takeoff. So I have my 10-inch flex right here next to me, and I'm going to make the connection right there, and then I'll come back with some straps, hang it all up, and I'll be done back here. So with the return done, there it is right there. All my return ducts are connected. Return box is there. I put a Honeywell media cabinet on. So with all the ductwork done, it's time to turn my attention to taking the inducer and flipping it and coming out the hole here at the top, because here's my flue right there. So it'll just be a little short run from there to there. Short run. And then I'm going to take the manifold off, the gas valve. I'm going to convert from natural gas to LP. And like I said earlier, Bosch is kind enough to send a conversion kit with the furnace. So there's my 3 orifices, my little sticker right there. So we'll get it done. Alright, so I have the furnace converted over from natural gas to propane. My flue is done right there. I know it's single wall, but I'm gonna come down here once a year and check the filter anyway, so I'll check the flue pipe. It's not really a big deal. I have my gas line ran right there. I'm still using existing copper, but I went over there, I 90'd down, hit that original gas cock, followed it down, 90'd, and there's my drip leg. And then my metal BX right there, headed over to the box. That's a switch that's over there. So with all that done, now I'm going to turn my attention to the line set. There's my zoom lock fittings right there. There's the dryer, and over there is the line set. Now originally when I ran that line set, I kinked it, if you remember. Well, what I did, I just went ahead and brazed it up. I didn't have the zoom lock out at the time, and I had my torches, my nitrogen was already hooked up, so I just went ahead and swedged it and brazed it. But for the coil, I am going to zoom lock it. Matter of fact, you see my torches are still sitting there. So anyway, once I'm done, I'll clean it all up and it'll look like I never was here. Alright, so my line set is almost ran over here. There it is right there. Have my zoom lock fittings in place. Here's the coil. It's pretty well built actually. I'm gonna get the coil pushed back in, get my cover back on, finish running my line set, and get my line sets connected. So I have 2 more things left to complete before my Bosch install is done. Had to crawl under the house. I have a little helper here. The neighbor's dog comes over and sees me whenever I'm outside. They keep her chained up a lot. I'm surprised she's off her chain, but she's a good dog. Oh, puppy. Anyway, I have to pull the wire from the original, string it across the crawl space to the new location. Once I get done with that, I bought a Prestige IEQ thermostat. I have to install the module and run the wires to it and install the thermostat upstairs. I'll be ready to start the Bosch up. So here we are where it leaves the crawl space, right there. My little helper's down here, but right now she's in my way. She doesn't understand what I'm doing. So that's where it leaves the crawl. I just gotta pull it out. There's a staple up there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a staple right there. I just have to pull the staples and rerun it. Should be done in no time. Hey, get over here. Boy, she's happy. Alright, so I have my wire going through the hole, but if you look at the disconnect where my hole comes out, there's my hole there, and then you see the screw holes. They're gonna fit up there, but look, I have a gap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, already put it on the wire, take my seal tight connector, and I'll go through the hole like that, and the seal tight connector will take up for the space, and it's tight so nothing can crawl through there, so we'll be good. All right, so the electrical is done, strapped to the wall down there, strapped in here, so it's all tied in at the bottom. Now Bosch comes with a 3/4 inch opening, so you'll have to put some 3/4 half reducers in if you use 1/2 inch seal tight like I did. It's all wired up. Got the light lit there. You see it says 60. So I'm gonna let it set with power for a while because it's been sitting out here for a couple months with the line set tied in. I finally pulled a vacuum on the line sets. I pulled it down to 184 microns and it held at 220. It was dark out here when I finally pulled the vacuum. So anyway, but that's all done. Outside's all tied in. I'm gonna go inside and hook the Prestige IAQ up, come back in the crawl, and mount the module, put the outdoor stat in, and we'll be ready to fire this sucker up. So here's my Prestige IAQ kit. As you see, it comes with the stat, the module, the outdoor sensor, a supply air, and a return air sensor. Then I bought the gateway to go with it, so I'll have the capability of having internet. Just have to get this hooked up and I'll be ready to fire it up. So here's what I have now. I have the Honeywell T6. This is not compatible with dual fuel. I put it on the house when I first moved in, and at that point, as you know, I had a single stage AC and a single stage furnace. This one isn't compatible with dual fuel, so hence the reason I'm going to take it off the wall and put the Prestige IAQ on. And just like that, the stat is wired up. See, we only have 2 wires that come into it right there. So we'll take the thermostat there and we'll put it on the wall. Now we just have to go down in the crawl and install the module. Which is my supply and my return air sensors. So I finally got the module out of the box. As you see, I have a bunch of different connections there. The upper two are for my thermostat, and then as you go down, you have all the connections. The reason I picked this particular stat is because it'll let me do so many things a lot of other stats won't let me do. Like if I want to put a humidifier on, if I want to, do a dehumidifier or whatever I want it to do, this stat will let me do. It's just a really robust stat. So that is why I picked the Prestige IAQ. So I'm wiring the module up. How many of your helpers are like this one? She just came in here and ran around for a while, and now she's crashed out. So yeah, so this is about the best place I can put the module, simply because I, mounted up here on top of the furnace or mounted over here where you can see it. I vote for mounting over here where you can see it. So the Bosch is running. See the back there blowing. Just waiting for the compressor to come on. And I'll measure the line set to see how much refrigerant I have to add, if any. I think we're right around 15 feet. So I've decided to mount my outdoor sensor on the back porch. It was easy to get to, really convenient. I could reach it without having to get a ladder. But it's out of the sun, it's out of the rain, out of any kind of weather. So it's just a really convenient place to put it. So let's see how accurate this outdoor sensor actually is. So I have a thermometer out here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's right around 59 degrees right there. And I have the app open. There it is. 59 degrees outside, 50% humidity, 68 inside. It's set for 68, 52% inside. So the Honeywell sensor is really, it's accurate.